Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Four Color Freakout. It is August 24th, 2023, in the year of our Lord, and we are the summer replacement for the Four Color Fossils. We've got all kinds of comic collectors that have joined us from the four corners of the earth, and we're monitoring the Donald Trump situation, and we are going to, with no further ado, see who we've got tonight. Shoot, how do I do this? Oh, it wasn't. Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. All right. And oh shoot. What? Sorry. All right. And I don't hear any echo. Good. Can you guys hear me?
No.
Oh, what?
Nope.
No one can hear me.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
There's no echo. I thought you said you couldn't hear me.
Oh.
Couldn't hear an echo.
Yeah, we hear you fine.
Oh, all right. Okay, so we have Bone Daddy. That's the name. That's your YouTube moniker here from Colorado.
Yes.
We've got Jambo Comics. We've got Eric Breen making a return after a busy few weeks. We've got Charlton 66 here and Meyer Greenblatt from San Francisco. And I haven't seen Paulo. Let me make sure there's nobody hiding down at the bottom that I haven't clicked on now. Captain Strangelife contacted me last night and said he just moved 70 boxes in the heat from his basement because he has to have a boiler installed. And so he said, I can't be on tonight. And I said, well, it's actually tomorrow night. And he says, well, then maybe I can make it. So maybe he'll show up and we'll see. And that's about all I know about. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Steve asked for the link. And I gave him the link. Anyone that would like to come on that's in their right mind, well, that's fine, even if you aren't. Someone give Eric Breen the link. Love the thumbnail. Well, I stole it from, I don't remember where. I wish I made my own like Micah does. If someone would be so... Sorry. Oh, my gosh. Hello, Fossil Squadron. Michael Taylor coined that expression. I think that's a good name. Hello, Graphic Man. How are you feeling? Hello, Eric. Just like the Waltons. And
John Boy.
Thanks, Micah. Hey, Michael. Unfortunately, still at work. So, okay, maybe he'll show up. Hello, all fossils and future fossils. And hey, Bone Daddy, says Michael Taylor. All right. Well,
Michael.
With and I think we'll be joined from New Mexico in a bit as well by Gotham City Comics. So, and we're monitoring. Let's see what's going on with the Trump stuff. Okay, who would like to go first?
Everybody.
Come on, who wants to go first?
Please bear with me. That's me. I don't know why.
I thought you got a whole bunch of puppies there.
No.
Sounds like a bunch of puppies.
All right. Hope this goes away. I don't know what's going on. I've used the same setup since I've been doing Four Color Fossils, so I don't know what it is. I'm going to show some newer stuff. Well, from the 90s at first, and then I'll get to some older stuff. Just rereading this, which was very cool. I know we got some Dave Stevens fans. Savage, the Shadow and Doc Savage.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's a rare one.
Yeah, Dave Stevens cover. Unfortunately, he does not do the interiors, which is sad, but, you know. And here's number 2 of 2.
Wow.
Pretty cool cover.
I've never seen these.
No.
Yeah, Dark Horse put them out. Maybe 93.
I have almost all the Dave Stevens covers, but I've never seen these.
This is a cool off-the-wall comic. Came out in the 90s from Antarctic Press, I think. But it's called Warrior Nun Frenzy. And it's pretty cool. She's hired by the Vatican to go after demons and stuff. That gun has liquid nitrogen cartridges that has holy water and stuff, and it's blessed by the Vatican. So she goes after demons and stuff. It's pretty cool.
That would have been a better vehicle for Sally Field than the Flying Nun, I think.
There was only a few issues. This is the second issue.
I've heard of Warrior Nun.
And then on the same motif as nuns, we've got the Crimson Nun, which is a very pulpish.
That may be the one I've heard of.
The very pulpish heroine that's a nun. And she goes after the Nazi scourge. This came out in May of '97. Number 2. Number 3. Yeah, this is also Antarctic Press publication. And
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well,
We're limited to 6 people on the cheap format I've got. Kevin's trying to get in. Kevin, just be patient. I'll get you in somehow. I have to disappear. All right, keep going. I'm so sorry.
okay, no problem. Got Static. I need to find the first issue. Ditko's World from Renegade Press. Typical Ditko's meanderings, I should say, lack of a better term, of his time frame here with these comics. It's good stuff. It's just you got to take it for what it is. And they got the Mummy.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And Frankenstein.
It's awesome.
Yeah, this is the second printing, however.
It's obvious that Frankenstein monster is based on Carlson. Some of their
Yeah,
the cover looks like.
yeah, it's kind of. I think it's Jack Sparling, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's better than Jack Sparling. It's kind of like a modernization. It's not. Let me see. It's kind of.
Oh wow.
Kind of wonky.
It kind of a little bit based on Orloff.
Yeah. It's good for what it is. I mean, it's got some good. I got this little boy here that falls off a cliff. A little bit of changes in it, but it's pretty good.
I picked up an old copy of the Wolfman.
Yes.
Was kind of shocked. Inside the story didn't seem to follow the Universal movie.
62, Brave and the Bold, with the good old menace of the Sportsmaster and the Huntress. Werewolf by Night 43. I didn't know I had this until I was going through a box that was hidden behind some modern stuff, and I was storing those away, and I found some older books, and this has been on my want list. I didn't even know I had it. So I was able to put that in the collection. And for right now, last book for this round, Marvel feature number 12, Thinking Iron Man. And that's all I got for this round, guys.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna mute myself.
let's go to Bone Daddy since he's new to the Four Color Fossil show.
Hi.
Hey there.
My name is really Gary, but I go as Bone Daddy. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm really, really grateful. I'm really excited to be on here and happy to be a part of this. I've got a few items that I'd like to share. The first one that I want to share, I picked up from Retro A Go-Go. I know you're probably familiar with that. I ordered this last year and picked up the Retro Go-Go EC Tales from the Crypt Christmas ornaments. And they come in this wonderful box. And I can kind of give you an idea what these actually look like. But I wanted to share these. There's the Crypt Keeper. What's kind of cool about these is they do have a fisheye hook on the top, so you can hang this on your Christmas tree, or you can mount it onto this stand, and it's magnetic. Actually, it holds on magnetically. And there's 3 different ones. You've got the Crypt Keeper, got the Old Witch, and then the Vault Keeper as well. So I thought I'd share those with you guys. They were part of a pre-order thing that was going on last year. And I didn't know when I was going to get these. I ordered them a long time ago with a pre-order and kind of forgot about them. Kind of forgot that I even had them. And the other day there was a package in the mail from Trick or Treat or Retro Go-Go, and those would be very nice bookends on a shelf. Yeah, they would. They're a little small though, but they fit really well on a shelf. Did I lose you guys? I can't hear anything.
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah,
the microphone shut off.
Yeah, I'm muted. So
Yeah, those Kevin at Gotham City Comics is getting in like a whole bunch of those, I think next week. And maybe you got them already. So if you want a set of those, he's a good person to get them from. He'll be on in a minute.
Those are they're really high quality. Nice. They did a good job with those. Something else I'll show you. I just picked this up last week. I know that a lot of people have been knowing, or a lot of people know about the Mego anniversary reissues. And when I was a child, I only had a few Mego superhero figures. I think I had Batman and Superman and Green Arrow, but came across this one at Walmart the other day.
Wow.
I didn't even know this existed.
no, that's pretty
They
cool.
never did until now. They never even did a flash.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I picked up Joker as well. But so I thought that was pretty cool. It was I never had this one as a child, but it's got to go with the Flash one.
But it didn't exist then. They never did a Flash or a Reverse Flash in the 70s. That's a new one.
Oh, you know what? You're right. They didn't. That's true. Come to think of it, I never did see those when I was a kid. That's a good point. Well, I got a couple other things, but I'll wait until it comes around.
Okay. Let's see. Who would like to go next? How about
I'll go if you want me to.
okay, we'll go to Jimbo.
And I'll probably just do one round. I'll jump off and let Kevin get on here.
You sure? Well,
Yeah, that's fine. I just grabbed a bunch of stuff out of the dollar bin today. I was at a store, and I was going to show you guys that. It's nothing spectacular, but it was still pretty cool for $1.
I've never seen that one.
That's a good issue.
Nice.
Yeah. Dracula and Defenders.
Very cool.
And nice power.
Oh yeah.
I think it's Ernie.
Sweet Christmas. That's awesome.
Sweet Christmas. Some Wonder Woman bondage. Pass that up. And
These were all dollar bin books?
Yeah, these were all dollar bin.
Wow, that's a great store.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, they had some that was pretty rough. I kind of dug through them and got some of the better ones, but these I think I already have, but yeah, they were only $1, so
What?
Can't beat that.
no, some nice Kirby Captain America for $1. I mean, I didn't have this one, so only $1.
Oh, we got Captain Strangelove waiting to get in too. I didn't realize I was limited to 6 people on this cheap plan.
That's okay. I got an early day tomorrow anyway. Got one of these. Always like these with the Supergirl covers.
Oh yeah.
It was a girl fight too, so hey, I'm all in. All for $1.
Girl fights are fun.
Good old Doctor Strange.
Oh wow. Combination of a rhino and an elephant there.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Oh wow.
Now, Jambo, you were supposed to say Elefino.
Elephant.
Missed out on an opportunity on a perfectly good pun, right? Let's see. And I really like this one. This bowling cover.
I've seen that one before. That's good.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Making it 3D.
But I got this. This was not $1. This was like $4. But it was really cool because it was reprints of the old 40s and 50s pre-code horror stuff.
What issue number is that?
It was by Asylum Press, and
Yeah, I have a couple of the first two. I have the first 2 issues, but I don't know if
says
that's brand new.
Bloodshot One Shot. So
Oh, then that must be the one I have.
says number 1. Yeah,
Came out about 2 years ago.
I think it has multiple covers because that's just what you need for a reprint book from pre-code horror.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
it looks like something out of Erie Publishing, right? Pretty cool.
Fury Publishing had some pretty racy covers.
Yeah, that was a cool cover. I liked it. Yeah. Caught my eye. Worked on me. And so that was a new book. And I got this. The new book.
Oh, neat.
New Vampirus.
Those Vampirus magazines are awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
They bring back the old feeling of reading Vampirella quite a bit. They've done a good job.
They did. And I got this in the mail today, so I was happy about that.
Oh, cool.
Really cool cover. Got a skull and everything.
Awesome.
Bondage. Got the girl.
40. Looks like it.
1945. Yeah. Joe Doolin cover.
Very nice.
Looks like
That's it.
Oh, cool.
I'll watch the rest of it on my TV and the other end. You guys have a great show, and I'll see you all next week.
All right.
Hey, Jambo.
See you, Jambo.
Take care. Thanks, guys.
Bye,
All right,
Jambo.
take care. All right. So,
Ken, do you mind if I go next since I've got to be somewhere too?
oh, absolutely. And that'll get Gotham City and Captain Strangelove in. Okay. In the meantime, I can get Gotham City in at least. Okay. Go ahead. Let's get Eric solo layout.
All right. I'm going to stay in the 80s and 90s theme here, but unlike Steve, I won't have any awesome Dell Universal Monsters to close with. Airboy 17, 18, Rats. More Rats. Reading these through for the second time and forgot how good they were.
Those are great.
Number 23. Yeah, when we had Chuck Dixon on our show, everybody wanted to talk about Batman, but I cut the line and said, "Tell me about Airboy."
I'm not as familiar with Airboy. Is it a World War II?
It was. It was originally from the 40s into the 50s and fell into the public domain. So when Chuck Dixon revived it, he made Airboy Davy Nelson's son, because his dad had died, but they brought all the rest of the characters back, including Valkyrie, his father's love interest, and they kind of take up from where their father left off. If you don't think too hard about it, it's not creepy at all. But it's very well done. So it's actually believable when you read it. So
if the inside is anything like the covers are, it looks like it's very well done.
it is. The art is good on the inside.
Is
And
it
here's
black and white?
Yeah, here's one from Moonstone in the early 2000s. And I've read some of Dixon's Airboy since then. I don't think he's been able to recapture the feel of his original one. But there's Alien Worlds. Here's the Dave Stevens cover. Here's number 3.
Some awesome artwork.
Yeah, and it doesn't disappoint on the inside. That's how you can tell these aren't modern. Another Dave Stevens cover. And let's see, here's number 8. And here's a series that I really like that Roy Thomas did in the late 80s. Except for I've forgotten how it ends, and I haven't found issue 4 yet. I mean, I know I can order one, but I found the first 3 in dollar bins, and I guess I'm going to have to break down and order the 4th issue. It's basically the kid literally becomes a comic book superhero in an alternate universe. And there's American flag. Number 7. Number 8. I may have shown this before, but Jambo, you left too soon. Here's some Frank Frazetta romance stories.
Could you hold that a little closer to the camera? I just can't see it very well.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those 90s books they sold in the back rooms of comic stores.
That's awesome.
It's probably the only Eros comic that's not filled with nudity. There's Black Hood, number 1.
Nice.
Number 3. I guess number 2 is around here somewhere. I don't know, just don't know where. It's Blue Ribbon, number 2.
This was fun stuff. I like that.
It was. I'm on
Black Hood is good.
I've been binging the hell out of these. I've read about 2/3 of a short box in the last week to 10 days among everything else I've been reading.
I read this stuff when it all first came out in like 1983 or 1982. I was in high school and working in a comic shop, so I could read everything, stuff that I would have never read or bought. And this was that.
I missed these because I didn't start reading indies until probably about 84. And these guys were about done by then. But yeah, that's all I've got. And thanks for letting me show those. And
Cool. Thank you.
yeah, I got to get to the Kiki Puppet Show because Venkman's co-host is on vacation. I haven't even had time to read the 3 books I got.
That's right. We're on a different night, and it's causing other conflicts that we didn't
guys,
consider.
Have a great rest of the stream, and I will try to catch the replay. Good night, fellas.
All right, take care. And so we'll bring on. There's Captain Strangelife.
How you doing, everybody?
Sorry, we only have 6 people on at a time because I'm using the cheap.
That's what I got. I got the same thing.
Yeah, you might want to consider if you're doing your big show Sunday night at
Well, it's 100.
Central. You may want to consider plunking down $25 so you can get like a whole bunch of people.
Well, they said it was when I checked the different rates. They told me it was like $240 a year.
Nah, well, they charge you like 20 something a month. I mean, they'll do it monthly.
Oh,
So
they
you
do
can
it
just do
monthly?
it for 1 month, just so you, because I don't remember it being this way until tonight. It seems like I was able to get 9 people in on the free plan, but
Yeah, they changed some stuff. You know, I mean, they don't
Yeah.
automatically download the recorded version anymore.
yeah, I don't know. You may want to upgrade your plan just before you do your show, and then
Yeah,
just keep it for a
I'll
few
I'll
weeks.
check it out again. I thought you had to pay by the year. I don't know.
Oh, no one would do it then.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, I'll tell you what. Let's go in order by who's came in. So I guess I'll go to Meyer, then Gotham, and then Captain Strangelife, unless someone
How
has
you
to
doing,
go
Meyer?
earlier. Let's just go to Meyer. I'm gonna feed the dog real quick, but I won't be gone 30 seconds. Meyer, here you go.
All right. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's okay.
Good.
So I've been going through boxes of paper the last couple days. I found that I made a video yesterday. I found that comic strip that I made years ago. It was in one of these boxes. So then that made me go through another box looking for more stuff. So everything I'm showing is going to be all paper today. We'll start with a promo poster. This is a real promo poster from 1983 for Atari Force from when I used to work at the comic shop.
Wow.
And look at how nice this is.
Yeah,
Suitable for framing, Jose Garcia Lopez, right?
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, he did great artwork on there, man.
Really nice. So I think all I have is the first issue. I remember liking the first issue. I still have it, but I didn't get anything else after that. Here's another little promo poster also from about 1983 or 1982 for Ms. Tree. This is really well written stuff. Look down here. Frank Miller's famous detective pinup.
Good artwork on there too.
Yeah, it's really nice. This is really well written. Ms. Tree was really good. And on the back side, there's something else. It's Melissa Siren. I don't remember this at all, but the art is good.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
Don McGregor wrote it. It's the same guy that did Saber. Is that right?
Don McGregor.
I like the play on words, Ms. Tree.
Yeah, Ms. Tree Quarterly was a really good book.
I think that's clever. The play on
Here's
words.
another one of those promo posters, and this was a big one when it first came out. We were excited about this because all we knew about Frank Miller for the most part up to this point was how good a job he had done on Daredevil.
Yeah.
So when we heard this was coming, we were really interested, and it all sold out in the comic shop, and I brought the promo posters home. And I always love that line at the top. See where it says, if you intend to die, you can do anything. So I was like, that's right up my alley. I was like, Here's a Ron Lim pinup from a convention in 2008 where he was at this convention and they gave everybody pinups. Nice. Here's a piece of artwork that I bought from some independent artist in Golden Gate Park. I remember when I bought this from him it was $2 and he said, here, take another one. So he gave me 2 for $2. And the other one I have has been framed in my kitchen for about 10 years. You can see why it belongs in everyone's kitchen, doesn't it? Yeah. So now I have another one, Here's a picture of my dad from flight school in 1941. Isn't that cool?
Oh, wow.
Wow, yes, indeed.
That's your dad?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is he still alive or has he passed away?
No, he passed away in 1969. Here's here's a picture of his helicopter in the Korean War, and he's in there.
Wow.
Amazing.
And then also in there was all these Bell helicopter promotional 8x10 glossy photographs that, you know, this is a company that my dad worked for. So I found these pretty cool. They're also suitable for framing, but this is the best one. Look at this shot. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And this is about, they're trying to sell helicopters at this point. Helicopters for business is a new thing. Like they are always lots of pictures of guys with briefcases and suits and skinny ties getting on the helicopters, right? Where the money's at. And so then when I found those, it reminded me of this promotional. This is a design model for the same helicopter. This is a Bell Jet Ranger. And this is the same helicopter that my dad flew and that he was, you know, the company he worked for. But I've had this the whole time. This was something that he brought home from work. It's not like it's not an actual like a model kit. This was made by like the designers at Bell Helicopters.
Nice.
Really cool.
So in there also, here's the picture of me. So here's a picture of me when I have about 6% body fat. And the reason why this picture looks like this is because this was a picture that was taken by some newspaper person for an article that was in the newspaper when I came home from a deployment. And so I come home from the war and there's a big barbecue and a party and everything. And somebody from the paper shows up and they take this picture of me. And I really didn't like this picture because then they put this picture in the paper. And then the guy gives me this picture or it was a girl that took the picture. And I was like, I mean, really, couldn't you have taken a picture without these balloons in front of me sitting? If you're going to put it in the paper, why didn't you know what I mean? I'm sitting in front of the cake. I don't know. Could have been a little bit better framed. Like you're supposed to be a photographer, right?
Yeah, look, but it still looks good, man.
Anyway, that's it. Yeah, I was feeling good and looking good at that point. I was highly trained. I really was. I was maxing the PT test at this point. They give you this test every year, and I was topping it out for 3 years in a row. I was like was maxing it out, getting the maximum amount allowed, and so I was doing a lot of training.
Pretty good.
So here's these comics that I made. Let's not look at those because there's a video about those. But what I did want to look at was, so in that box, there was this old issue of Stars and Stripes. This is the European edition of Stars and Stripes. And then, unfortunately, Eric left, but it was kind of interesting that I flipped it over in the head article, the lead article in the sports section in the back is Pete Rose getting excluded from the Hall of Fame in 1991. Wow. February of 91, a whole article about Pete Rose in here.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm. But so this is the European edition of Stars and Stripes from February 6th, 1991. And I'm going to show you guys how you read the Stars and Stripes. So what you do with the Stars and Stripes when you first get it is all of this stuff doesn't really interest you. So you just turn it over to the back and go right to the sports. And in the back right here is all the interesting stuff. Here's everything you need to know to cash in on the bets that you made the day before, because everybody that's betting on sports is just getting the results from the Stars and Stripes the next day. So that's the most read part of the paper is directly to the back. You got all the sports stuff here. Even obscure stuff like bowling is in here, but then you got the comics. So this is where we wanted to go.
Yeah.
So here's what the comics looked like. This is the second page. So this is kind of the second tier stuff, even though there's kind of still some good stuff on here, I guess. BC is pretty good.
And that's all specifically drawn for the Stars and Stripes, or is that syndicated?
All the same stuff that would have been syndicated at all the other newspapers. These are just the ones that Stars and Stripes picked.
Okay.
And they did have Spider-Man. It looks like they've got Spider-Man in the lead spot. So if you would want to consider this to be like tiered with what was the top tier, the first comic you look at when you open it up is Spider-Man by Stan and his brother Larry. And then you got Ann Landers and Dear Abby, all that same stuff that are in other papers and things, and advertisements for AFIs. Here's the Arab News, Saudi Arabia's first English language daily.
Wow.
The embassies are reopening. This would be interesting to go through it. You can. This is where you want to find out about renting a car, where to go, where they might maybe speak English, since it would be in an English-speaking newspaper. You're hoping, right? But there's comics even in the Arab News. So let's see what the Arab News comics are. If there's anything that we would recognize as our stuff. It's Beetle Bailey, Blondie. It's all the same stuff, for better or worse. Hagar the Horrible. Something called Apartment 3G. It looks like something Eric Green would like. It looks like romance. But so even in the Arab paper, they have American comic strips at this point. Here's a piece of art that I did that I really liked. It's this little drawing that I did that then I painted acrylic over the top.
That's pretty good.
The way I did the acrylic is I didn't add any water to it, so it doesn't make the paper bubble up, and you just kind of spread it around. You can see how I did when you look at it maybe close enough, if my camera isn't shitty. But
Man, that's not bad at all, man. You did that?
Yeah. This was from this is Cynthia Yee, Miss Chinatown from 1967. This was from this exhibit, a photo exhibit of like vintage or historic Chinatown nightclubs. And I went to this exhibit. I did a bunch of sketches of some of these photographs, and this photograph was my favorite one. So I did a real quick sketch just with a pencil on this paper. And then I took it home, and then I inked it and painted it and made it look much better just from memory, and just kind of made it my own. But it's just kind of, I don't know what the photograph would look like by comparison to this. But then I took this, and at the VA, they had this printer where they could make a print on canvas. So then I used that printer to make it look like it's on canvas. So it printed directly onto the canvas. I don't know if you can see, but this is canvas.
Interesting.
That's nice.
And I really liked how it turned out, but I should probably do something with it, frame it or something. A lot of this stuff should be framed. And one more thing we'll look at real quick is at the bottom of this box was this magazine, and it's in really bad condition, but it's from 1904. It's called Leslie's Weekly. It's from July 1904, and it's a 4th of July cover.
Wow.
It's these children sitting on their front porch, like kind of solemnly and casually throwing firecrackers on the front porch. They're lighting them. They look like brother and sister. They look really young. What are they, like 6 and 8? Do you see it?
Yeah.
They don't
Very
look
strange, right? Very old.
120 years old, man.
By Menon. It's got a Menon ad on the back.
Huh. Is that Menon himself?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It says Menon's portrait on every box.
Man. It's like Wyatt Earp.
I didn't
That
even know there was a Menon.
crazy ad. It's really falling apart, this magazine. I haven't gone through it and looked at it yet, but it just looks really cool. I mean, I haven't gone through it and opened and looked at every page. This would have come from my mother, and she would have given this to me years ago, and then I just put it at the bottom of a box just to maybe, like, because it was a good flat large place, because it's really big, the size of a Life magazine. Speaking of which, there was also this Life magazine in there from 1964 with General MacArthur on the cover.
Oh,
Some of those Life magazines are really, I mean, you just look into one of them and you just get a slice of history there that
Yeah.
you can't find anywhere else.
That's the beauty of it all. I mean, that's what I love so much about it. Look at this Clairol ad.
Wow.
Yeah.
oh.
Every page is beautiful by comparison to what we would see nowadays. And yeah, it is fascinating. It's definitely a time traveling device. Here's an old one also from Thanksgiving 1936. This one I wanted to show you specifically because it's such a cool cover. Also, look at how casually and slowly and calmly she appears to be suturing up this turkey.
Yeah, it looks like she's just almost staged or something. You know? It's kind of weird.
Wow.
She makes it look so relaxing, almost like ASMR.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and it is really strange. And then look at this. So this ad on the back is one of the best ads I've ever seen. It's for Chesterfield cigarettes, and it's a cross sell with football. Look at that. It's a football ad, and the stadium is an ashtray. It says they satisfy.
Wow.
I guess it's pretty healthy for football players to be smoking and the fans and everything.
Who was that? Lenny Dawson?
Remember when
Yeah.
Len Dawson was the one who was famous for it was the NFL championship, and he's smoking a cigarette like in the locker room. There's pictures of
Yeah.
him. Yeah. I think that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you.
All right, cool. Let's head to Kevin at Gotham City, and then to Hans. We're not keeping you late at the shop, are we?
No, it's 5:45.
Oh, okay, that's right. Time difference.
Look at what I found inside here.
No dice. You got out early.
Watch this. Hold on. Right here.
What?
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Huh. The
Yeah,
Three
you got to make
Stooges of
copies
Sea
of that for
Monkeys.
sure.
I've never seen that. Three Stooges of Sea Monkeys. So that's
And I was looking through this and found something cool.
Pee Wee.
It's a pretty cool comic.
Yes, this looks cool. It had Pee Wee. It had Oingo Boingo from Forbidden Zone. That's Forbidden Zone right there.
The whole thing is Oingo Boingo.
Oh, that's why I didn't notice it was Oingo Boingo. Okay, that explains why I noticed that frog. There's the queen, the evil queen from Forbidden Zone. This is cool.
Beetlejuice, Batman, Edward Scissorhands, Nightmare Before Christmas.
There's a retail store with party supplies over not too far from where I live called Oingo Boingo.
That's cool. Here's the
Oingo.
new Shutter. I did not know we are in the year 2024 yet. Did you know that it's 2024?
Yeah. Time flies. Time flies, man.
This was cool.
Oh wow.
No. Oh, it's G-Fan. That's a good magazine.
World's longest running fanzine.
Yeah, it's been around a long time.
One of my customers went to the G Fest or whatever they call it.
Godzilla.
So-
Fest, yeah.
Oh, Hans, is it in your neck of the woods where they have G Fest?
They got it out in Rosemont here, about a couple miles from where I live.
Oh man, yeah. One of my customers went out there for it. Showed me some cool pictures.
Yeah, what is your estimated time of arrival for those EC ornaments that Gary was showing?
It looks like they shipped them based on how long ago you ordered them.
Okay.
I heard him say he ordered his a year ago,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
and I think I ordered mine 6 months ago.
Well, I saw a video, a retro a go-go video, I don't know, somewhere, maybe Facebook, where the owner was showing how they'd just gotten them in stock and they were being real careful about shipping them out carefully. So they have them in stock now.
Yeah, they want to be careful not to do it too quick and mess them up.
They were nicely shipped. I couldn't believe how carefully packed they were in the foam inner box.
Smart. You don't want to ship them twice. You just want to ship them once.
Exactly.
Cool toys.
A lot of times when you buy those kinds of things, one of them gets broken and you inevitably have to either glue it or send it back.
What else? Oh, I got a new pencil sharpener.
Oh, cool. It's not electric, is it? Or battery
No.
operated? No. Manual, huh? You just got these in the store?
No. I guess, remember the Loot Crate thing that they used to do?
Yeah.
This wasn't a Loot Crate years ago.
Oh.
Probably one of the coolest items ever put in a Loot Crate, I think.
Yeah, sure is, man. Looks pretty good.
Loot crate for a while.
I got some SpaghettiOs.
I got about 20 loot crates that are unopened, maybe 40 altogether, and 20 are half of them are not open yet.
From Chef Mummy B.
I like that. Oh.
I like how the inside walls of the can are all covered with SpaghettiOs.
And I think that's it. Unless you guys want to see something over here. I don't think there's anything good, though.
You're supposed to be a salesman. Convince us that these new comics are great.
I was disappointed.
Everybody's raving about World's Finest and that comic Danger Street, and I hear people talk about Brave and the Bold. Oh, and I heard someone talking that Immortal Thor was a really good read. Have you heard?
Yeah, Thor was good.
So
That was my pick of the week.
Okay, but it's not like I've read them or I'm going to buy them, but I just hear things that there's some good things being made today.
Let me see if I can find anything else new. Willie Nelson.
That's pretty good.
Oh, this is probably the coolest thing.
Oh yes, I wanted to see that. I saw that on Instagram.
He glows in the black light too.
That looks so cool. And does he come with the hands too?
Yeah, they use black light paint.
Wow. The nails black light, or the part of it's black light.
The whole thing's reactive to black light.
It's the moon monster, right?
Yeah. On my Instagram, I put the pictures of them glowing.
Right.
What does that sell for? What's the retail on that? Is it for sale?
You can't get these. They only made 25 of them.
What? Oh man. Well, that's a great piece, man. That's awesome.
I
Kinda
saw
looks like
someone else showing that on Instagram. It might have been the guy that made it.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm glad you got one, Kevin. That's awesome.
Kind of reminds me of an
Yeah,
evil
I thought it was too late. I thought it was too late to get one, and luckily, he still had one. I got him today.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of a nice looking Beta Ray Bill. It's not
Yeah.
bad looking.
Horror
Yeah.
Mike was showing off an Iron Man figure in a recent
I haven't gotten
video.
that one yet. That's a good one. I haven't gotten that yet.
Yeah, I haven't either. It is a nice looking figure. I watched Mike's video. It was good.
Oh, and I got Domino today.
Nice.
Somebody traded him, man. Oh, here I got my suit finally.
Ah,
A new suit and tie and pants.
so did you do all that yourself? You
No,
made that?
I bought it. I bought it like that.
You can buy aged clothing somewhere.
Yeah.
Wonder what they do to it to age it.
This is like it's like latex. It's almost rubberized now. He put this latex on it.
Uh,
It's nice because it doesn't just flake off.
Ah, okay.
My last one I used to vacuum anytime I moved it around.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm looking for a mannequin on Marketplace. Trying to find a cheap, $50 mannequin. I think that's everything new.
cool.
I changed her out,
Betty.
put her instead of the.
She looks good in clothes.
Oh,
Yeah.
she looks wonderful. Wonderful in anything.
What town is Retro A Go-Go's actual physical store in again?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Oh, Michigan.
Wow.
Oh, I got Muhammad Ali figure.
Oh.
Nice. Oh my
That's cool. I like that.
God, that's awesome.
So much great stuff, Kevin.
Yeah, really.
All right, that's it.
All right. Well, thanks for giving us a look around your store, and you're in Mesa, Arizona.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the
Gotham City
trauma
Comic.
guy's gonna be in town this weekend.
Oh, okay. You want to give your phone number in case anyone wants to call you tomorrow or something?
Yeah, I have these. You guys can order them and get them signed if you want. I can get it signed for you.
Lloyd Kaufman?
Yeah, and the actor that played the kid before he transforms.
Really?
Yeah, he'll be there too.
Did I hear somewhere that there? Oh, there you go. Did I hear somewhere that they're rebooting Toxic Avenger and starting it over?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
I heard it as well, and the picture I saw had Peter Dinklage in it. It didn't look good. So,
Oh,
are they going to come to your store and sign those toys, or are you taking
No,
the
it's like
toys?
it's a block away from here.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I might call you about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to think about it, and I'll call you and talk. You know, it's the end of the month and such, but interesting. Yeah, I need that figure. I've been wanting that Toxie figure. My son has it, and I want it now. And then the idea of being able to get one signed is interesting. I'll give you a call
This
tomorrow.
one just came. This
I
one
need
just
to-
came in. This one's the cartoon version.
Yeah, that's the newer one. That looks cool too. I like them both really, but that one looks cool. I like the cartoon version.
That's the
Yeah.
cartoon, and here's the toy version.
So cool, man. Do
I
they
like
glow?
that one.
Either one of those glow in the dark?
No, that's there's a red glow version, but I sold that. There's
Yes.
this too. This is a movie version.
That's kind of cool.
Reaction figure.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Take
All
care.
right, Kevin. Nice
All
stuff.
right.
All right.
So we'll head over to Captain Strangelove.
Oh, all right. Well, I was at the Fan Expo. I talked about it before on August 12th on Saturday with Leo from Time Travel Comics. While we were there, we were separated and went to two different, went our own way for a while. And we both picked up at different dealers the same comic. Jungle Comics number 110. I bought this from where Eric Breen worked at the Comic Book World.
The same issue just by chance?
Yes, the same issue. And we went to they have a burger. After we left there, we went to have a burger and a beer, and he pulled out the same comic. I said, "What? I bought the same one from Comic Book World."
Yeah, he shows you it on your video.
Yeah, he paid more for a lesser grade one than I paid for this because I got this like 30% off. So I thought that was kind of interesting. We pulled the same comic. We breened each other.
Has he put his video up of the convention yet?
Yeah, he did put it up. Yes.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
So I thought that was interesting, kind of. And since Meyer Greenblatt was showing some of those old magazines, I'll show you some of mine, what I got. This is a household magazine from May of 1940. And I got this because I love the cover on it.
Yeah, it's great.
And I thought I could really make, a nice poster on it. But it's got this is not a label, actually. It's well, it is a label, but it's printed into on the magazine. It's not a separate label at all.
Yeah, it's like a white square, right?
Yeah, and
Like
I don't think I've
Yeah,
think I've seen those before like that. Have you?
yeah, I have. I've got a couple of them like that, and Dell did that for a while. So, like
Oh.
some of the Dell subscriptions that are the Dell Walt Disney comics that I have from the 50s, they're like that. There's a white printed square, and then the address will be like stamped on it, just like that, or there'll be a sticker stuck in the spot. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know. I never saw it. I seen them in the more modern magazines, but I never saw them for magazines that are this old. Here's a Chesterfield ad. You were just talking about that, Meyer. You showed that one with the football field.
That's great.
I love these old magazines. Primarily for the ads. They're just absolutely gorgeous ads. Reflection of the time period. Kelvinator. Then let's see what else we got in here. Where is it? So there's a lot of great stuff in here, but trying to get to this. Oh, here. This is kind of from the time period. It's kind of, a little bit of stereotyping going on, but it's artwork. It's a cartoon.
Wow.
See that? They had a regular series called Little Brown. What's it called? Coco. If I can get this thing to focus right, you know. They had that. Unusual. Let's see here. And they had this ad, which I found interesting, with the little Abner for wild root, or no, cream of wheat. I think he did a one for wild root too.
That's
That
great.
was Fearless Fosdick.
Yeah.
That's a really cool ad. I used to love cream of wheat. We always got cream of wheat.
Yeah, we had that all the time too. But they want to get rid of the guy because I guess he was black, and I don't see anything wrong with that at all. It's just, you know, kind of cancel culture. I don't know.
It doesn't look stereotypical at all. It's just
No, it's nothing wrong with that. The cartoon that was in there, it was kind of stereotype, but not, you know, cream of wheat. I mean, as a matter of fact, when my mother bought that stuff, she used to buy that. You always look for that, you know. And Uncle Ben's rice, you always look for those guys on the box. That's, you know.
can't find them anymore.
There's one other thing that I found interesting in here. I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff in here. It's another George Gets His Wings. See that? Having a hard time here. I don't know if this was something that was just produced for this magazine or if it's a syndicated cartoon. I don't know.
Is he a pilot that he's supposed to get his wings? Is that what it counts?
Well, I guess. I mean, I didn't really.
Was the ghostly figure like that in Crime Does Not Pay? Did it come from that ad or vice versa?
I'm not sure.
Am I right, Meyer? Wasn't there a figure like that in the Crime Does Not Pay comics that kind of?
Yes. Yeah, I forget I can't think of his name right now. It's Mr. something, but
It's probably Mr. Crime. I bet.
Yeah, it might be Mr. Crime. He's like a ghostly apparition.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if this is, you know, who did it first.
Let's see. Let me take a look here. Yeah, copyrighted 1940, General Foods Corporation.
Well, that sounds like that might predate Crime Does Not Pay by a few years.
Paul Arthur is the artist. Paul Arthur. So, anyway, and then I got a from 1927, a Popular Science.
Oh, that's good.
Magazine, and on the back we got the latest electric radio.
Wow. That's awesome. That artwork is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, there used to be a lot of that kind of artwork in the comics, and today, I mean, since the 70s, it all changed.
That kind of reminds me of those Sunblom Santa ads. But
Yeah, kind of like that.
Sunblom used to do those Santa Claus ads for Coca-Cola.
Mm-hmm. always with the cigarette ads, you know. Everybody was smoking then.
That was the current fad.
Yeah. And then he flipped the page and we got
Big money in tobacco.
yeah. Lionel Trains, an ad for Lionel.
Oh, that's nice.
Hey, Captain, what year is that from again?
The sign?
No, the issue. What year is that from?
This issue here?
Yeah, what year?
It's 1920, 27.
Okay.
We got an echo.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Oh, look at this. Look at these radios, man. I love these old radios. Just a great. I love going through these magazines just for the ads. I mean, it's just wonderful how they had all these great colors in them and interesting. So what else do I got here? I gotta. I'm not gonna pull this out and go through another. I got another household magazine, but I'll show you. I'll just show you the ad in the back for Lucky Strike. Pretty colorful, huh? For this is from what year is this from? And 5 cents. Look at the price on there. 1941. What is that? An unlucky turkey? Yeah, it's an unlucky turkey. I'm not going to have any turkeys in my raffle, but
Yeah, you need to promote your live streams. You got one tomorrow night and one Sunday.
tomorrow night is Horror Mike, a live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then no, mine is on Sunday. Yeah.
Right. I just saw that you were doing Horror Mike tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. What are
Is
they? Oh,
it-
look
is
at
it-
the ad on this for Chesterfield cigarettes. Who says women can't handle a gun? You know.
Great.
That's right, especially if she's smoking a cigarette.
I love all the different angles on. So we looked at a bunch of we've seen several Thanksgiving themed art pieces, and the angles are oddly taken. It's not your typical Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? There's so many different approaches these guys were taking. It's like, geez, how can we do something else with the turkey? How about a beautiful woman with a breech load shotgun with a dead turkey over her shoulder? What do you think?
Yeah.
With that idea.
Yeah.
It's great though. It's great. It's just
it
wild.
is. I love this stuff, man. It's great stuff. Anyway, I don't know if I showed this. I picked this up at a comic book store out here on Atlas Comics on Harlem Avenue. I might have showed this already.
Yeah, it's a good issue.
Oh, that's cool.
I got it primarily for the interview with the article on Lugosi's addiction to what was he? Opium and something else.
Probably morphine.
Morphine. Right.
Every issue of Castle of Frankenstein's worth getting. It's wonderfully written and
Yeah, you have this, don't you?
oh yeah.
Yeah. And then Lon Chaney and of course Christopher Lee.
It's very well written and it's
Yeah, it
very
is.
different from Famous Monsters. Very different kind of thing.
So we got that. Then here's something. I got a Archie Pals. Do I still got enough time or am I taking too much time here?
There's no worries.
Oh. This is number 30, Archie Pals and Gals.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
From 1964. It's a cover by Sam Schwartz. I'm not familiar with him, but they're all in the grocery store that Veronica rented, and they're doing the twist. You got a jukebox back here, probably playing the new Beatle records. And of course, Jughead is probably looting the store, but not taking the food out of the store physically. Just he's eating it up. He's got ice cream bar behind his ear. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Boomers.
Then I got another Archie. This is 184 from 1968, and they're at the beach. It's a beach cover, like many of them. And you got some you got mod colors on her bikini. And then you got the mod umbrella covers and a little bit of psychedelic stuff going on here, reflective of the time period, 1968. Very interesting to me, anyway.
Yeah.
Then, was there something? Oh, how did this get down here? This is another Archie comic, 1962, The Adventures of the Jaguar. And there's a date stamp on it, May something or other. I don't know, May 15th, and then REC received May 16th. What? Damn thing won't focus right. Let me take it out of this fucking Mylar crap. There. At first I thought it said REG, and then I realized that G is supposed to be a C because May 10th received. And this came out I think, around 2 months after the first issue of The Incredible Hulk. And this is kind of like a Hulk character to me. To me, I see it like a Hulk character here. And this guy, the Jaguar down here, looks kind of like a Captain Marvel character from Fawcett. And then you got She-Hulk character over here, kind of. And this is
Lois
almost
Lane on the right.
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah, a little Lois Lane like.
You know, to me, it was like Betty Ross. I see Betty Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Betty Ross there. And here, this one kind of reminds me of Wonder Girl, but an early version of Wonder Girl. I don't know, but I found the cover pretty interesting. So
it looks like they're ripping off both Marvel and DC at the same time in the same cover. Yeah.
Covered by John Rosenberger.
It's even red.
I always confuse Rosenberger with Schaffenberger.
You know, he looks a little like the Great Garloo if you think about it, on his facially.
This guy here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does a little, actually.
And he has like a what is that, like a big animal pelt around his mid?
Yeah.
Kind of Garloo like.
So I gotta get this back in the bag here. Man, I didn't know if I was gonna make it on the show tonight because the last couple of days I've been clearing out the back, way in the back for the furnace, and then I spent yesterday another 4 hours clearing stuff out and moving it to the garage, and I was starting to feeling sick again this morning. But I didn't go outside for 1 minute because it was in the backyard. We got a thermometer in the backyard, and it's turned out to be 108 degrees out back in the sun. Kind of a heat.
It got that hot in Chicago.
Yeah, and you had it hot over there by you too, didn't you?
It was like in the 90s. It was like 94. I mean,
That's
it
still
felt
pretty
hotter
hot.
with the humidity, but no.
Yeah, it's still pretty hot though. So I guess that's about it. What I got for right now. I got other stuff, but maybe I'll show it the second round of my.
When you move all those boxes back to the basement that you moved out, you could do a show over each box probably and look at all the stuff as you bring it back in. And you got.
I was thinking about that because I don't know half the stuff what's in there. I really don't. You know, probably a lot of stuff I forgot all about. You know, and
people like unboxing videos.
It's also mixed. I mean, there's like Bronze Age, Silver Age mixed with all the modern age stuff. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, thanks for letting me show all that stuff.
Sure, yeah. Well, we're just now finishing the first round. I never showed anything. So I just decided I'd rather see other people's stuff. Anyway, I'm just childhood copies. This is Vault of Evil #1.
Well, you took care of your stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean there's a few spine ticks, color breaking spine ticks. But and this was a childhood copy too. Somehow I missed issues 2 and 3. But you know, I guess it's pretty good
That's
for
a
a.
cool cover.
I
Look
might
at
have been in
that.
second grade when this came out. I think I'd have to look at. No,
That's a great
because
cover.
it's
Number
not a
4.
window. When I was in second grade, they had the window boxes. I think this is the beginning of third grade. This one I got more recently because it's got this sticker. So I got this at Duncanville Books outside of Dallas.
That's another great
I
cover.
like how her expression. Let me get out of here.
She's horrified.
This one was a childhood copy. This one was definitely purchased in San Antonio. I remember getting this at the PX. This
They had some great
I think
covers.
I got more recently. I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Oh, another copy of the same one. 11. One of these days, maybe I'll fill in all the missing issues if the economy ever gets better. Who knows?
Well, not with the current administration. It
Oh
won't.
no, that's a given. It's all depends on basically if they took a mugshot, they think they've just finished the process, or he's still in there being processed. But if they release a mugshot, then they're doomed because that mugshot will be on all kinds of posters and T-shirts and
Oh yeah.
but they may just be dumb enough to release that mugshot. Let's see, here's 16. This is another. That was the great thing about Duncanville Books is most comic stores don't have stuff like this, and I could kind of fill in holes.
Around what time period was that when you bought it?
When I bought this one,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry, I can't get to. It would have been last few years, maybe since the pandemic.
At Duncanville Books?
Yeah, Duncanville Books, and they price their books with stickers.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, if it's a green sticker, it might be from a $5 book, and then they used to have a lot of great stuff in the $2 bin, even Golden Age stuff. It wasn't in very good shape, but you know, it's fun to read.
You know, I don't find too much of that stuff in the stores here.
Well, you don't find it anywhere except if a store owner thinks it's worthy of putting out. I think a lot of stores might have this stuff in the back, and they just figure, well, it's not Miles Morales, so no one's going to want it. 23.
What are charging too much money for it? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think the prices have gone up on these. I'm just eager to see what you guys have got. And did I start with you, Gary, last time?
I think so.
Yeah, let's go back to you, but show us more. I'm eager to see your collection because are you on a computer or are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone.
I was just wondering if could you give, because I don't know that the people that watch this show normally watch my channel. You've been on my channel at least a half a dozen times, but if you could give us do you mind giving us a quick tour of your place that you live in?
Absolutely.
Because I'm not trying to. It just he's got the ultimate man cave.
I'm single, so I do have I can put anything anywhere pretty much. This Spider-Man piece I actually made.
I think it's very dignified interior decoration. Personally, some people may disagree.
I wish I can convince my wife of that.
Well, like I said, I'm single, so I don't have a wife to do that with. So,
Look at Frankenstein.
Jack Davis Frankenstein poster.
Man, that's great.
There's a little motionette of Frankenstein right there. I don't know if you're familiar with the motionettes. Those Halloween decorations that are lit up, and they usually are animated and move around.
From the 90s.
Yeah, yeah. I think Walmart sold a lot of those.
Yeah.
I have an Edgar Allan Poe area here where I've got different Edgar Allan Poe themed things. That painting of that house in the background is a house in San Francisco, but I looked at that and I went, "That's the house of Usher right there."
Beautiful.
So, just got a lot of different little different things.
See, that's how you properly use Funko Pops. I mean, if you just have a few sprinkled in and they're not in their ugly boxes, they can be effective. But, I'm not going to say you should have no Funko Pops, but you should use them liberally. It's like salt. You don't want to use too much salt in a recipe. Just a little bit will be okay and will, enhance things.
Exactly. I agree with you.
If I was Kid Rock, I'd be shooting Funko Pop boxes.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And instead of Bud Light cans?
Well, that too, but he was caught drinking a Bud Light.
I saw that picture, but I don't know if it could have been a joke or it could have been, AI. They can do anything with AI.
Or maybe Budweiser paid him. They paid him a lot of money because he had it right on the rail.
He'd lose a lot of fans. I have a feeling that was someone setting him up, but let's wait till you see his Darth Vader collection.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, not at all. It's just, I don't know if Kid Rock's being framed or not. Not that I've ever been a fan of his music, but I like his politics, but his music,
Well, and even if they do, one of the things that I've learned is that a company will love to use disparaging images of themselves, even just to get the message or their image out there.
Yeah.
Celebrities do that all the time.
Yeah.
Is that a standee behind you, the Wolfman?
It is. It's a video standee that I picked up at a local video store. I actually picked up 4 different ones. I've got the Wolfman, the Creature, Dracula, and the Frankenstein monster.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
I got these free the day after Halloween. A couple of days before Halloween, I saw them in the video store, and I asked the owner or the manager if I could buy them after Halloween was over with. She goes, "If you come in the day after Halloween, I'll give them to you."
Wow.
So I did. I was the first one in line in the store, and I came in and I said, "Hey, remember me? You said I would be able to have these." And she said, "Here you go. I saved them for you." And so I got all 4 of them for free, which was really nice.
Saved her a trip to the dumpster.
Yeah, they're life-size standees, and they're beautiful. They're just wonderful.
You try to buy those now, and they're charging a lot of money, $60, for the standees and stuff.
Let's see what else.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that. That's all nice setup there.
Yeah, I'm trying to set things up with a nice display.
You're all set for Halloween, looks like, right down there.
Yeah, I've got. That's one thing that my son actually said. He kind of joked with me. We were talking about how people have Christmas decorations up all year, and I was kind of being disparaging. I was going, "Yeah, that's just stupid." And he goes, "Dad, you have Halloween decorations up all year."
I have both up all year. I got Christmas and Halloween up all year.
Well, I'm learning that I enjoy having Christmas decorations up all year as well. So
yeah.
So I'm getting to the point where I enjoy those. This is I've got my Disney Haunted Mansion things I'm working on.
Wow, look at that. Oh, look at that lamp.
Different Disney Haunted Mansion things.
Is that lampshade something that you bought, or did you do that yourself?
I did that myself. The lampshade was just a plain lampshade, and the spiders are actually stickers that I purchased. I don't remember if I purchased them at the local zoo or the nature store or something like that, but they had these huge stickers of spiders, and it worked out really well
Yeah,
to
it
put up.
looks great.
And then I used the that webbing that you can use for decorating right around Halloween. I
Yeah,
put it on there, and it works perfectly. But there's
looks
some other
great.
these little guys, the hitchhikers, are actually I think Disney produced them. One of them is designed to hold a drink, that one in the center, and there's a straw that comes out of the top of his head. And then the one to the right, I think, is supposed to hold popcorn, and the one to the left, I think, is supposed to hold candy or something like that. But they light up and they sing the Grim Grinning Ghost song, which is really cool. And they do have pieces of them that link them together. They're separate right now, but they link together, and they're a nice display.
It's beautiful stuff, man. I wish I had the room where I can do that too.
Gary, I'm just gonna give myself the camera for just a second.
Okay.
That's his mugshot?
Yeah.
That's what I
Love
That
it.
is- man, that's so cool. I don't want to change
That's
I was going to change the
That is
thumbnail for this episode, but I like what I have up.
Yeah, yeah.
That would make a great
Cool.
shirt, man. Look at that.
It
That
Look at that determined look on his face, like you have no idea what can of worms.
what you're looking at right now. This is historical. This is this is just sealed the election 2024. This picture, I think, there's
That cinched it.
because there's going to be a lot of even like people that are. Oh, wait a second. I'm going back to Gary. A lot of people are going to say, you know, they framed me. You know, that's gonna turn a lot of even gang members to his side. It's like, wow, he's one of us. Oh,
Cool.
that's the coolest mugshot, man.
I love it. I can see that on T-shirts and posters
Yes.
everywhere.
In fact, that's maybe how I should be trying to make my extra money instead of doing this Tomb of Terror thing.
Vote Trump.
Anyway, you got I noticed on one of your pictures that you've got that famous Monsters bag from one of the 74 convention.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that was and the button on top of there, at the very top of it, is the original as well.
Was that an eBay find?
Yeah, it is. It was a little pricey. I can't remember how much it was, but it was a little pricey.
Where did that convention happen?
I couldn't tell
Park
you.
Avenue, maybe New York.
I want to say New York, but I could be wrong.
All right. Well, I didn't mean to force you to do a tour of your house. You had things you were going to show, but show the Darth Vaders for sure, or whatever you want to show. You can do whatever you want. I don't
Well, that's
want to
sure.
be tyrannical here.
No, that's fine. I can go to where the Darth Vaders are. I just have to be very careful maneuvering through my house.
I know exactly what's going on. If the part you're not showing is what's on the floor while you're being very careful, we all understand that.
Well, you got to be careful when you're walking through here. Sometimes I have to walk sideways.
Right.
That's just what I have to do.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the video, Hans, where you're trying to the part you don't show very often, how you have to go down the aisles in your basement.
Yeah.
It's like that EC story, Blind Alleys, or Blind Alley. What is it? Blind Alleys, where with all the razor blades on the side, all the blind people put the.
Oh yeah, that was yeah.
That's all the razor blades. Release the dogs on them.
That was something he had to be very careful. He couldn't be forced to go very quickly. But here's that Darth Vader collection you were talking about.
That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I see these people that have their Star Wars stuff all laid out perfectly behind glass. That's the way it should be displayed. That's just insane.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That kudos from you. That's worth it.
Oh no, man, you got me beat.
Thank you.
And those barrel full of monkeys you got behind you.
Oh yeah, I made those. I think
Yeah.
I told you that before. I made
Yeah,
these.
you told me, but I'm just assuming there are people watching that don't watch my 5-hour live streams.
Yeah, I
That's great. That's
actually
insane.
printed these up on colored paper, and then I mounted them on cardboard. I made sure that they mounted correctly. You know, that they would line up.
You
2D.
realize you could sell those things.
Yeah, you could, and you could just it's just heavy cardboard, and I used a scroll saw, and and I have a barrel of monkeys on a chain.
Man,
Interesting.
There's
what
just
an amazing
there's
collection.
just three. But I'm wanting to do a display of the Aurora boxes.
Yeah.
I got almost all of the boxes. I'm missing the Creature and Godzilla, and those are the square glow in the dark boxes.
Uh-huh.
And I'm wanting to do a display of all of those.
Yeah, that's great. Well, what were you about to show us before I sidetracked you into giving us a tour of your house?
You know what? I almost like doing this instead. Actually,
Oh, that's fine.
to be truthful, I kind of rather show you these things rather than what I had to show.
Well, then show the other stuff next week or next time you come on or next time you come on my stream. Don't forget about it because I want to see it all.
Maybe I could. Super
Should be out
7
of 4-color fossils.
Super 7 has these bubble bottles fashioned after the Sokies,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
the Soki monsters. Can you see those?
Yeah. See, Gary can't normally come on the show because he works on Wednesday nights. So
Yeah, that's usually the problem. Is I usually can't do that.
Oh, it's too bad. Sure.
I've got more of the motionettes, the Frankenstein, and I've got the Wolfman, Dracula, Witch, Creature, and other motionettes. I don't know if you can see this very well, but I've got a small vintage display of Halloween items.
Yes. I've been trying to build a little collection of vintage Halloween decorations myself. I love that.
There's a lot of candles in there and some other bric-a-brac. There's some things in there are not vintage, but they're obviously designed to be vintage.
Right. Yeah.
And that company Beisel makes reprints of their old cardboard decorations.
Yes, they do, which is really wonderful because some of those decorations were the best. Some of those were just the bomb. What's funny is there's some decorations that my mother had, Halloween decorations that I have not been able to find anywhere. I've not been able to find any reproductions of, and I just haven't been able to find them. And I've been looking for them. Here's a kiss wall that I've been working on.
Man, it's like a museum of all of our past.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I wanted it to be. I wanted to kind of design this little apartment to look like a comic book store or maybe a museum.
Oh, there's no comic store. It looks like that, except maybe Kevin's store.
Yeah, I was going to say Kevin's store and my apartment look remarkably the same. But there's just all kinds of different things. I've got my Moldorama Disney characters up there. I'm working on a Marvel display of Hulk mostly. I just recently purchased this Mark's train.
Oh, wow. Hey, show me the engine in the coal car. I think I think I have something almost identical to that. I'll show it in the next video.
See it? I wasn't able to put all the cars that I purchased on this display because of the shortness of the shelf. But there's 2 more cars that belong to this train set.
Yeah.
As you can see, I have a lot of different things framed. I've got a little monster section right here.
That's great. You have
Oh,
a really
wow.
artistic sense, Gary.
Monsters Unleashed cover. That's great. How did you get the picture of the art without the logo?
That was actually in a poster magazine.
Oh,
Marvel had released a poster magazine of monsters, and that was in it. And you just thought, okay, this has got to be framed.
yeah, definitely.
Do you remember those Imagineering makeup kits you could buy at the
Yes.
dime store? Those aren't actually kits. Those are actually color photocopies of some of the kits, and I framed those and put those on display.
Those were great. The goopy blood and stuff like that. Didn't they have silly names?
Yeah, the one that I enjoyed the most, or the one that I wanted the most, was the vampire kit. Can you see that up there on the upper left?
Yeah. These are great.
My brother put a whole tube of that blood in his mouth and then vomited it forth into the sink in front of my mother. That didn't go very well.
Your poor mother.
He was in college at the time, just to let you know. It wasn't something he did as a boy.
Well, yeah, and you know what? It was enough, even if he was a boy or if he was an adult, it was enough to disturb your mother enough.
Oh, she was freaked out very easily.
Oh, I'm sure she was mortified.
Yeah.
She was horrified. There's some other items. I have a Nightmare Before Christmas display that I'm working on in the corner there.
Yeah, Walgreens has tons of that stuff every year.
They do. And a lot of these things did come from Walgreens. Some other items. The doll over there on the right-hand side was a Lester ventriloquist doll.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted a ventriloquist doll when I was a kid. And my mom says, well, which one do you want? And I told her I want Lester. And she says, really? She was a little surprised just because I wanted an African-American doll instead of a white doll.
I love the praying hands. That's a really great touch.
Thank you. Actually, I was gonna alter that because I've seen the praying hands where they're actually Frankenstein hands, and they have stitches, and they have, they're colored green and things like that. That was originally what I was going to do with that, but
no, I wouldn't alter it. The way I interpret it is a little kid praying to get all this stuff for Christmas or something. That's the praying hands surrounded by toys. That's how I interpret it. Chip Creep Napalm asked, "Is that a Kiss Mylar poster?"
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Those were so cool back in the 70s. It literally a poster that was almost like a mirror. I can't really tell if I'm showing it very well because I'm pointing my camera away from me and I can't see what's actually
We can see it
being seen. This is a Salvador Dali print that is actually signed and numbered by him.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was one of my more expensive eBay purchases that I splurged on. I said, I got to have that.
Yeah.
Other things. As you can see, the floor is, I've just got piles and piles of mess. Right now, you can just see the mess.
Yeah, we understand.
But I am getting things on display, and
I love that Kiss. I love that Gene Simmons. That thing there. I've never seen that in my life.
Thing where it's almost like one of those Halloween skeletons that you can change. And I've got the other three members in that format as well, but I just haven't found good places to put them.
And that was made in the 70s, I assume, right?
No, actually, this was made recently. I found it's actually a fan-made thing. I don't know.
Oh, that's why I've never seen it.
I don't know if you can see this. It says fan art graphic by Graphic Ninja Studios.
Oh, okay.
And it's a fan art thing. It hasn't been made by Kiss. It was something that a fan did, and
Kind of looks like the Marvel art.
it does, like the original Marvel comic book art.
So he's got a creative way of displaying his cups mounted to the ceiling.
They are there. That is a vent actually, and it's mounted with magnets.
Man, you're pretty creative.
Works out pretty well. These are zombie targets for target practice.
Bring out your Daisy rifle.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We got some other items.
Or your Red Ryder rifle. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Last time I was in a Walmart about a year ago, they had Red Ryder rifles, like replicas of them.
Oh yeah, I think there's one in my local Walmart right now. There's my Aliens display. And then I've got a Star Trek display up above that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be careful because obviously there's some female things that I
oh
can't
yeah.
show.
Shannon says, "Oh man, love that print. I'm a huge Dolly fan."
Oh, thank you. Who said that?
Shannon.
Shannon, solid 4-string bend. If I'm pronouncing that right.
Solid 4-string band. Good old Shannon. The other half of the comic book memory show.
This is actually the front of my refrigerator. I take buttons.
It's very, very organized. Very.
Now that's the way you decorate a refrigerator. You don't put paper recipes all over it.
That's just part of my my way of doing things.
That's
My
great.
robot. I've got some old Charlie Brown figurines.
Yeah.
And excuse the G.I. Joe and his friend, but
Oh my gosh.
Look at you got Bozo and all the children's toys up there. It's great. I used to have a phone like that and walk around with it when I was little.
you guys remember these things?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had that exact one right there.
This was one of my favorite toys. I loved this. I played with this thing for hours.
Is that the actual childhood toy or one you got later?
No, it's not. It's one I bought later. The actual childhood toy ended up in a garage sale that was instigated by my mother a long time ago.
Gary, do you have the little nuclear reactor thing that you're supposed to be searching for? You know what I'm talking about? The little
Yes, the little
item. It's like a little robot, little device. You know what I'm talking about?
I do have one of those, and it's inside the thing here.
Yep.
And I don't know if it's not pictured here. But
This is a really well-made toy. Look at how cool the design is on that. Like everything, it's so futuristic and cool looking. There it is, right there. That's it. That's it.
right there.
That's it.
That's the search for the radioactive satellite.
That's it.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Very nice.
Let's see here. There's a Frankenstein display that I've put together.
Yeah, amazing stuff.
And then a King Kong display that I've been working on as well.
Oh man.
This is an actual Fay Ray autograph.
Wow.
It did come with a certificate of authenticity, so I believe it really is Fay Ray's autograph. But
Yeah, well, she wasn't a hermit. I went to a showing of King Kong at a big theater in Dallas. I guess in the 90s, maybe late 80s, and she walked down the aisle right next. I mean, I didn't get her autograph, but she was like
Oh, you got to
3
actually
feet away from me. Very
that is
tiny woman.
yeah. She lived to be in her 90s, I believe. She lived
Yeah.
quite a ripe old age. She, from what I understand, was an amazing woman as far as, you know, being very willing to go and talk with fans and sign things.
Yeah, I mean, what else is she gonna do? I mean, she that yeah, yeah, she was really nice. Wow, this is just incredible. I feel like I might be. I'm not probably timing things right. I hope I'm not making people ticked off waiting to show their stuff.
Well, I just now realized, oh my gosh, I've taken probably
No, it's great. I think everyone's enjoying it, but I'm just hoping I'm not upsetting anybody because some people may say, what was the order we went in? Right, we're gonna, we can come back, Gary, but let's see. What was the order? I think maybe I need to go to Steve next, huh? Let's go to Charlton 66.
Steve Areno.
Hey, how you doing, Han? Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah,
Any echo?
that blue ring light reflected in your glasses is yeah.
There's that.
That's pretty good.
That would-
How's that?
That's a good screenshot.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Christopher Lloyd from Roger Rabbit.
There's still an echo.
So,
though.
Is the echo really bad?
It's tolerable.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Since Airboy was brought up earlier, this is my volume 1 of my Airboy. The first 20 issues I had bound. I'm working on getting the whole thing done.
Is that leather?
No.
Oh.
Signed by Timothy Truman. Got back in 08 from Baltimore.
That's
Yeah,
a
this is the
crazy
first-
signature.
Yeah. He sent a little note. Great meeting you. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, this is the first 20 issues. I'm working on the whole run. I'm just doing a piecemeal. And since Meyer showed the Atari Force, here's my Atari Force, the whole run. Complete series. And here's the Dark Destroyer by Garcia Lopez. He drew in the in the book for me.
What does it cost to bind a short run of comics like that?
To do this,
Yeah, something like that.
it was $30
Oh.
for the writing and everything. $30.
It's not
And
bad
see,
at all.
it's they do it right, where the gutter is fine. You can see everything on the pages. Nothing's hidden. So it's a great company that I send my stuff to.
I love that.
Thank you. And pick up. The only thing I really got left is picking up from last week. Supervillain Team Up. I had to leave. There's 1. There's 2.
Nice.
There's 6.
I've never read it.
Good stuff. It's a fun book. It's a fun series.
Wow.
Anybody need a number 7?
I do.
Who is that? You, Ken?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll set aside for you. Number 8. This is my favorite cover.
Go ahead.
Mhm.
Iron against iron.
Number 10.
Oh, that's
Great.
This is a good one too.
Yeah.
Bud Payne has a question.
Yeah. What I do, I go to the website. It's Houchen Binding, HOUCHEN Binding. They're out of. I can't remember where they're out of, but they have a form that you fill out of what you want because they just have a on their website. It's a comic book binding company. You can pick different bindings, what you want written on it, what you want on the end papers. Do you want bookmarks or not? You fill out the form. I just put all the raw comic books in one big bag with the form, put it in a box, send it out to them. They'll notify you what they're going to do, how much it's going to be, and then they send you an invoice. And it's UPS is when they send the books back to you. But they have all the forms and information on their website. I have not affiliated at all. I just been using them for years, and that's the one that I highly recommend because they know how to bind comic books and Life magazines and anything else you need to bind. They're really good at it. Supervillain Team Up 14, which everyone thinks this cover is great. I'm not a big fan of this cover at all. I don't know why. You're welcome, Lead Paint. And this is a good one right here. This is a really good one. 15. This is such a great cover. It's getting blasted. And 16. And 17. And Annual 2. And DC Comics Presents number 4. Garcia Lopez. Greatness in this. I had a page of original artwork that I gifted to Howler Mouse. He's got a page out of that. And number 7 with the Red Tornado. And last but not least, Batman, the Human Flying Saucer. Number 1.
Oh yeah. That's 60 bucks.
That looked like my eyes, didn't it? Did my eyes look like that? All right, that's all I got, guys. I'll send that book out to you, Gratu.
Oh well, thanks.
No problem.
Okay, I think it's Meyer's turn.
I'm good.
Nathan, you're good. Okay,
I'm
well then
actually-
it's Hans's turn.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm actually think I'm gonna tap out, you guys.
Oh, okay. Well, see you later.
All right,
Take
Blair.
care.
Take care.
Take care,
Bye.
guys.
Well, I don't know. I don't have too much stuff actually to.
And we might be winding down.
Yeah. Well, we just
Maybe-
wind it down.
Maybe you should promote your show again. And is it too late for people to get in on the contest?
Oh no, that's they can just email. They in the last video they can email me at hansstrangelife at yahoo.com with their YouTube channel, and then they'll be in the raffle on Sunday. So, which is going to be on Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Time. We're
6
celebrating-
Central. Okay.
Yeah, celebrating 14 years on YouTube.
And you'll be on tomorrow night at 7 Central on Horror Mike's channel.
Yeah, Horror Mike's going to have something going on there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think when's he on? He's on 6 p.m. Central. I think 7 p.m. Eastern. I think it is. I'm not even sure now.
Oh, okay. Well, just tune in around 6 or 7, or just look at Horror Mike's channel. He'll have the time on the little phone.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Well,
that was pretty cool seeing all that stuff that Bone Daddy has here, man. Wow.
yeah.
Amazing.
Gary, you want to show real quick the whatever you had actually had pulled that you were going to show before I told you to do that?
I think I took too much of the limelight for a while. Let me share next time, okay?
All right,
I
sounds
hope
good.
you show up again.
Yeah, he usually shows up on my live streams, but he doesn't show up often on Wednesday because he
Yeah.
works on Wednesday,
Right. Yeah.
and he almost had to work tonight. But But if we do other versions of this on different nights, maybe other people that can't come on Wednesday can join in.
Yeah.
Maybe we can spin off Four Color Fossils into multiple meetups on different nights.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
But well, looks like maybe this show's coming to a close then. Everybody's kind of tapped out and you know, a little depressed, but maybe hopeful too. That I kind of want to watch the news and see what's going on with that mugshot, man. That's a fierce looking mugshot, man. That looks like what was the guy? Was it Nat Turner, the crazy looking guy that helped free the slaves with the big beard? You always, you know, they have these paintings of him. You know, it's almost
That's John Brown.
John Brown, is it?
Yeah.
It's almost like a picture of that. The hatred in his eyes is so great.
I can't wait to see what they do with that picture. I'm sure Trump's people are going to take that and run with it.
We should do it.
Everybody should do it. Yeah.
Probably, you know, have enough to buy even more monster toys.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That Republican debate last night, that I could only watch 20 minutes of it, and then I had to shut it off. I mean, it was just ridiculous. It was like watching social democrats bickering among each other.
Yeah, I was watching it, and I didn't. Ramaswamy said early on something like, "You may be wondering why this guy with this funny name and this skinny guy with this funny name is here in front of you," and then 20 minutes later, Chris Christie made a reference to that, and he says, "Well, there was another guy that stood up on a stage and said, you know, I'm a skinny guy with a funny name, and maybe you're going to be just like him." And I wasn't paying attention earlier, and then he said that, I thought, boy, Chris Christie, that's a low blow. He's like, that's almost racist, and everybody commenting was like, a racist statement from Chris Christie. And then it comes out today. They play the clip from Obama at a debate where he's referring to himself as a skinny guy with a funny name. And that's what Chris Christie was referring to. But since 15 minutes had passed since he said it, out of context, that's just going to make Chris Christie look like a total a-hole. But he doesn't have a chance anyway. But Ramaswamy, you know, he did the best, but some people aren't, or not fully trusting of him it's a moot point. Trump's 40, 50 points, 60 points higher than any of those. It's really
and Nikki Haley and Pence were talking over each other, and the narrator had to stop Pence from talking and saying, "You're not helping matters."
Pence is horrible.
The whole thing was horrible. I watched like 20 or 25 minutes at the most, and then I couldn't take it no more.
Well, I was watching.
I'm glad Trump
I don't have
there.
cable, so the only way I can watch it is on YouTube with someone watching it and commenting over it.
Right, streaming.
You can get away with that. And I was watching this lady that's named Carolyn Borisenko, and she was making fun of it. She was for Ramaswamy, but it was fun to watch it with her and her friend, because it's kind of like if we were watching a show, the four of us. It's kind of like that kind of format, and commenting and making fun when they did stupid stuff or laughing at them, and that made it more tolerable to be watching it with other people that were cynical about it. But yeah, it's. I think
Trump made the right decision not to show up.
Some
people say he should have showed up. I didn't think that he should show up. I mean, I'm after seeing that, I'm glad he didn't, because he would have just been caught up in all that garbage.
Yeah, it's so obvious what they're doing that it's just I don't see it. I mean, there's some people deluded enough to not get it, but at this point, it's pretty obvious what's happening to our country if you're paying attention at all. And now they're trying to bring back the new lockdowns. They're saying by October, all the airlines are going to be asking you, and then by December, locking down where they close all the stores, and all that stuff.
We had some friends that were up in Arlington, Virginia, that got COVID when they were out there, but this new COVID strain, and they think it was from this 4-year-old girl, but that was part of the 4 people that were there together.
Yeah.
And the adults had it for like a couple of days, flu-like symptoms, and the girl recovered in 3 days, the little girl, and that's all it was. Nobody
Yeah,
got
well,
any shots. Nobody. They went to get tested, and they were tested positive for the that new virus, but they didn't, take any shots or anything. Just treated it like the flu, and it was gone in 2-3 days. And now they're making all this big stink about it now again.
Well, they've got to figure out a way to make sure they have mail-in ballots. That's
Oh
it's
my
amazing.
God.
It's really nice how they release it right almost to the day that school starts.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a week before school starts. These are truly evil, awful, satanic people, man. If there even are people, but I'll probably lose even more subscribers because people don't like my politics.
Yeah.
But oh well. So yeah, this is a great episode. This is going to be an historic one. Glad that Bone Daddy has made his first appearance. So it's a key, not a key issue, it's a key episode.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Nice meeting you, Gary.
Go ahead and sign out. Take care, everybody. Stay with cares.
See you guys.